Welcome back, you guys. So I would say, look at how messy my bedroom, bathroom, and laundry room have gotten since I've been sick. But I have been neglecting them well before I started getting sick. So also, suitcase, just so you know, still haven't put my suitcase away from when I went somewhere the first week of October, not to brag. So, but I have been sick, so there's a little bit of yuck in my voice. You'll just have to ignore it, I guess. And there are tissues everywhere, and I haven't really been tidying as I go, TM, even though I invented it. It's my signature trait. Everybody, when they're like, I wonder what feral tradwife's like, which, by the way, I almost said Beth. Yeah, same thing, same person. Don't get too confused. If you're like, I wonder what Beth's like, you're like, clearly tidies as she goes, TM. That's what she does. Laundry room is to the point that like I can't even walk in there, not just because of the obstacles, because there's also litter on the floor. It's a very textural, sensation-y experience. Not a fan. It's just non-functional. And I've been putting it off for quite some time, but I got really sick and now I have some energy. I felt so much better. And I decided to tackle it. First things first, I'm the realist, distracted. First things first, I want to get clean sheets on the bed. There's nothing there's lots of things worse. Actually, there are so many things worse than being sick in your bed and then having to sleep on the same sheets. Like there's so many worse things. But I want clean sheets. I'm sorry. I got distracted by the horrors of reality in the world, and honestly, none of this is a big deal, but clean sheets. Yes, this is what we want. There are plenty of things worse than, but that doesn't mean we need to thrive in germy sheets. So for you, I edited out all of me taking this duvet off because it takes me 1 trillion years. I'm not editing out my coughs. I am, because it would blow out your eardrums. But so my cold has migrated from being like really sneezy, watery nose situation to a very bombastic cough. So that's a treat. Really grateful for all of that. I went to go wash my sheets and I realized that these clothes have been sitting in the wash for several days, several days. So not only do I have to rewash them, I have to rewash them on the like heavy duty, ultra, why does it smell so bad cycle. And so I give up. At this point, I go sit on the couch for a little bit. And then somehow like my brain shames me into thinking, you don't have to have that load in the laundry room to clean the laundry room or the bedroom or the bathroom. And eventually I was like, okay, yes, let's get up. We're amazing. We do things, we have motivation. Let's get this done. So I go into the laundry room. I was like, if we get this part done, I will feel better about basically everything. So when I was just lamenting my world while I was sick in my nest on the couch, two totally different things. One, watched a lot of recipe videos. Absolutely going to be trying some of those out. But two, I watched this one guy talking about ADHD, which I do not have. Okay? Alleged ADHD. Thank you very much. How dare you say that to me? What is wrong with you? Anyway, I have been feeling so unwell and you come at me with accusations? That's bold of you. But anyways, I still love you. It's fine. We're fine. They did studies on brains. All of this is alleged. I don't know. Google it if you feel like getting actual information. But for our intensive purposes, I'm just kidding, intents and purposes, ADHD brains really hold on to uncompleted tasks. Like, yeah, we forget about them, but like our deep thought process is like uncompleted. It's uncompleted. But when it's completed, our brain's like, great, never have to think about it again. And then it doesn't. But uncompleted tasks like hold a special spot of anxiety. And so maybe that's a lot of what's going on with me. Not that I have ADHD, but like if I did. And so like, I was like, okay, let's start closing out actual tasks. And I have a ton of tiny little stupid ones that I need to start closing out, but I'm trying to complete a project. So I was like, okay, let's get the laundry room done. instead of sitting on my couch thinking about how terribly I wish I could get up and do the laundry room, for some reason, I spotted an opening that allowed me to stand up and I got into action. The laundry room doesn't take me as long as you think it would. That's like the theme of this, is that did not take very long considering how long I have been avoiding it. So I love that for me. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to limit my sneezes, my sneeze breaks, and my nose blowing breaks, but they are going to be copious. So enjoy your own thoughts for a second. Hold on. That was fun. Did you guys enjoy your own thoughts? Was it dark? Was it terrible? Welcome back to the bright reality of my incessant yammering. So, I don't know what I was going to say. How have you guys been, by the way? We always talk about me and my thoughts. How have you been? Did anybody else catch this disgusting cold? It is so aggressively terrible. I don't even know what to think with myself. And I hate that it's so aggressively terrible and yet still just a cold. Like, what do I even do with that? That's insane. So, yeah, are we doing well? Are we excited? It's the holiday season, you guys. 'Tis the season to be Thanksgiving turkeyed. Can't wait. I have been looking up so many different Thanksgiving appetizer, not menus. What is the word? Recipes. Thank you. I came up with that all on my own. So Mark handles Thanksgiving dinner, but I feel like I could ruin his life by getting in the kitchen with him and making appetizers and just kind of being in his way. I'm not going to make any appetizers that you could pre-make because one of the things, all right, another thing I saw on Instagram, which is, you guys can tell where I've been since I've been sick. It's been Instagram. Oh, real quick. I want to tell you, I pick up all of these boxes. I pick up all the boxes that I pick up, see? And I drop them there. And that's really the only struggle you see. I also drop them slightly off camera. I drop them some in the garage. I drop them when I leave the garage to go to the recycling bin. And then I drop some on the way to the recycling bin. It was the most unsuccessful carrying of cardboard boxes anyone has ever experienced. It was nonstop me dropping. So there was that. Kind of forgot what I was talking about previously. Oh, okay. So I saw an Instagram thing that said, in a good marriage, which I would like to say that I have a really good marriage, but that doesn't mean I can't strive to have an even better, a more gooder marriage, if you will. So for the more gooderness of the marriage, in it, it said that women make men's lives better, like prettier, softer, better, and men make women's lives easier. Now, I truly, deeply believe in gender roles, and I don't want there to be any confusion of whose role is what in here. So, to really drive home the fact that we are a very traditional family, very traditional gender roles, I am a trad wife, that I do not ever want to accidentally make my husband's life easier because he's supposed to make the woman's life easier. So I, under no circumstance, am going to make his life easier. In fact, I endeavor to make his life so much harder than it needs to be. So for Thanksgiving, I could pre-make appetizers where I'm like, no, I made these the night before. Let's enjoy and leave Mark to be peaceful and doing what he wants for Thanksgiving. Nope, I'm going to be right in there with him. I want to use the oven the same time he needs to use the oven, but at significantly different temperatures. I want to continuously stand in front of the drawer that he would like access to. I just want it to be harder. So for the betterment of the marriage, this is how, by the way, if you guys are new here, please subscribe. It's amazing. You'll love it. It's not a cult. I'm sure you don't. It's not a cult. Everybody in the comment section, shh. It's not a cult, right? Just everybody affirm it's fine. It's not. Anyway, just all I need is your unwavering loyalty in all things. So, shoot, I distracted myself with deflection. What do I want? I want you to come in. If you're new, Mark and I have been married for 16 years. So clearly I'm amazing at this. That's the longest recorded marriage ever. So that's pretty amazing. And so follow me for more marriage advice, I guess. I ran into you there, but that's your fault. You were so close to me. Like, you're in the worst spot ever when you stood right here. I get you want to be close. You want to see me refill the dog food bins. It's thrilling, but God, you were right freaking there. It's so hard to scoot by you. So, but scooted by you I did because I'm the best YouTuber. We have been out of Kesha's food for so long that when I started refilling this, I realized actually we've been out of Leroy's food for so long that we forgot what his food looked like. And we thought Kesha's food was Leroy's food for a very long time. And by out of dog food, I mean that bag of dog food was in the garage and nobody knew where to look but me. And so I was the only one, and I just didn't feel like I needed to go do that. So I didn't. All right. I have my decor out in my laundry room. It might seem insane for some of you who didn't watch me decorate my laundry room last year for Thanksgiving. I just feel like if it looks prettier, women's job. See, look, still doing my gender role. If it looks prettier, I might be more inclined to keep it pretty, and then I might actually do laundry for once in my life. And it worked really well for a little bit until it didn't. But we're going to try it again. I really like this garland and everything, but it doesn't match anywhere else in the house. So I kind of really needed to put it in the laundry room again this year anyways. I like it. I think it looks really cute. It didn't look exactly like that last year, but I didn't want to go find the tray that I had on my washing machine last year anyway, so it's fine. It's fine. We all love this. It's fine. Oh, the cough is so painful, but I'm coughing so much less frequently. It's an aggressively painful cough, but it's not a frequent cough, which I love. It's like every once in a while just comes, gets me, punches me in the throat a couple times, and then we're done for a little bit. So that's good. Okay. I still have my giant jug of damaged Dawn laundry soap that I am keeping in my laundry room sink. I just don't think I'm ever going to transfer it over. I bought the smaller Dawn soap, hand soapy thing. I really do think you guys can hear Kesha snoring. Can you hear her snoring? I'm so sorry if you do. But she's tucked in next to me on a tiny little bed with her little chew bone that she can't really chew. Oh, you'll see one in this and I'll show it to you. But what she likes to do is not chew on her bone, but wait until Leroy finishes his bone so that she can be the only one with the treats. And then she just taunts him with it for hours on end until eventually she gets distracted and wanders away from her bone and Leroy gets 2 treats. And then she's so enraged and indignant that he could possibly have done it. But we don't interfere because we're like, it's nature. We got to let nature play out. You're not allowed to interfere with them. So if Leroy gets the bone, he gets to have the bone. And honestly, he deserves it because he is patient. I tell you what. What was I saying? Okay, so I have my giant jug of Dawn dish soap that kind of also leaked into the sink. But also I haven't been putting away basically any of my cleaners. I've just been kind of smooshing them onto the counter the best I could. And it just goes so quickly. Like, honestly, maybe an hour to clean my laundry room. I don't really remember. But it's so easy fast. Okay, look, roll of paper towels. Do you see my fire starter kit, roll of paper towels? Right under that, you can see a bone sticking out. It's kind of like one of those fake rawhides wrapped with, I don't know, chicken flavoring. We all know it's not real chicken, but it's chicken flavored something or other around it. Kesha can gum off that little chicken wrapping. And then I have really long bully sticks right there. And Leroy is annoying the living crap out of me because he like prances in and out of the doorway whenever I am cleaning. Like if I move any further than the sink back, He comes in a couple feet, but if I move closer, he backs out. And it's just him doing this little anxious dance of wanting to be a part of it, but the room's not that big. And it makes me want to kick him across the house, but I don't because that would be violence. And so I have him get locked outside for a little bit. It's fine. He's on parole. He's on patrol. He's not on parole. Maybe he's on parole. I don't know. He's on patrol for squirrels. Oh my God, how dare they? And so we let him do squirrel patrol for a while. And then he came in and I gave them both a TREAT. I don't want to wake up Kesha. And that's what kept him out of my way. Okay, there's so much extra fluid at the bottom of this, but it wouldn't like pour out. So I just squeezed the cloths that were still in there, and so much cleaning solution came out. Like a gallon of cleaning solution came out. It was crazy. But that is how I am. Frugal queen, look at me. I am squeezing out the cleaning solution from my pre-moistened wipes. I'm wiping down my laundry room counter. Oh, also, yay, government reopening. Look at us, hopefully, fingers crossed. Don't want to jinx it. But we could not have to be worried about pay as much. And I love that for us. So, what? I don't know. I'm excited that season has passed. I have some things that I want to get accomplished. And I like not having the anxiety of will they, won't they pay my husband during a shutdown. Watch this. Look at how much comes out. So much. I wish I could show you. I don't wish I could show you better, but I wish I could somehow get you guys to understand how much crap is on the bottom of my feet in this laundry room. It is a tactile nightmare. And it's basically one of the big reasons why I have not been going in the laundry room. It just, ugh. So I'm very grateful. I have done 4 loads of laundry, I think. I haven't folded any of them. They're just piled up in the living room. Not great. My outer portion of the house, the main part that I usually clean when I'm like, ooh, whole house clean, is not whole house cleaned. It is clearly Beth got sick and stopped putting in any effort out there. So we're going to be tackling that ASAP. Yeah, that'll be the next thing I do. I'm really excited because maybe I'll have everything reset. And then I won't have like this intense guilt about not having a clean house, but also being able to try these new recipes for you guys. There's one in particular that I suspect I will absolutely hate, but maybe I won't. I don't know. I think, yes. Okay, here I'm going to transfer the laundry over, but my wash head did one of those things that it does sometimes where it just like didn't really spin dry. It's like completely saturated, soggy wet. The laundry is. What happened there? Like, did it malfunction or was it just like it gave up on life? But it was just sopping wet. So I had to restart a rinse and spin cycle. And I told that story too fast because now there I am discovering the soppiness and having to restart it. But like, had I timed my story better, it would have happened kind of at the same time. So that, my friends, is why I'm not that good of a YouTuber. I think here I just run it and then I'm like, oh, F it. And I go sit down for a little while because the next thing I do is transfer it over. So lots of breaks. I thought I had more energy than I have. I'm still really low energy. So my goal was to get bedroom, bathroom, laundry done on all of these same day. But by the time laundry was done, I felt a little achy. So I believe I scrubbed out my daughter's bathtub and I took an Epsom salt bath. And then I made chili dogs because also I had a huge hankering for chili dogs. And after my first bite, I cannot stomach the taste of hot dogs now. It was way too yucky. And so I had to switch to just chili on a hot dog bun. I rolled the rest of the hot dog out and then ate what was left on my plate. And I took my time because like after every 3 bites, I was like, ugh, disgusting. Might as well try some more though. So yeah, that was fun. Um, and so I just, I didn't really feel like it. So this event is a 2-day clean when honestly I could have gotten it done in 1 day if I felt fresh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here I had lifted that stupid OxyClean lid off to start my wash, and it because I had overfilled the jar, it flicked so much OxyClean on my newly cleaned off and um decorated top, and I was super duper pissed. And there's a huge splot that landed on the runner. And so I was like, okay, maybe I can get away with just like looking at it. And I poured some out and I scooped some out. That's fine. I'm just going to put it up for storage and I'll have a little bit extra. But I really wanted to not pull everything off of the washer dryer to shake it off. But I do because I wanted to whole ass this. A minimal effort, but whole assed. So let's just shake it off. We can put things right back on. It's fine. It's not like I had to start over from scratch. There wasn't a ton of trash and lint and stuff like that up there. So we're okay. This is okay. All right. So we're going to get all of that set back up, looking pretty again. And I'm glad I did it. Like, I am glad that I went through and shook everything off. It was like 12 seconds of actual effort, but it felt like a lot more effort than that. I think here I'm trying to decide if I'm actually going to scoop the litter or what I'm doing. I don't really remember. When some of the food had been transferred over, like the dog food had been poured into the dog food container, a bunch flaked out into my kitty litter. And so that's what I'm picking out of there, in case you're curious. I'm just getting extra kitty litter out of there. But we're really close to being done in this laundry room. I know that my daughters have been doing the kitty litter mostly, but I wanted to, because I know how much is poured out. You'll see it. I'll show you in a second. So much litter gets tossed everywhere in this litter box that I just wanted to vacuum everything out and get it a fresh start. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to put a ton of effort into it because I don't have that much effort left. But watch when I get this little separation. I do love this litter box because of this wall that I'm pulling out. It makes it to where the dogs can't go in and get themselves a little snack. But you can see through that entryway how much litter is actually kicked over. So I was like, yeah, I'll just vacuum it out. But my vacuum that I use has a vacuum bag and I don't have many of them. I'm going to have to get more. The vacuum was a sponsored product and it came with like 2 vacuum bags. But I don't want to have it just be filled with kitty litter. So I'm going to dustpan most of it and then I'll vacuum up the last little bits of it. And I felt really clever, really, really clever on that. So I just wanted to get, I don't know, since I was in there, I might as well tidying as I go. That's amazing. Both of my trademark cleaning skill sets in one video. You guys are so blessed. It's crazy. It is the season at Thanksgiving. When you guys go around the table, even you Canadians, do it in the regular. I don't care that you guys pretended it was last month. It's not. It's this month. When you guys go around the table celebrating American Thanksgiving and you're going to talk about what you're grateful for, if this video is not listed, I will know and I will be pissed. And you will be punished for it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Sorry. Whenever I say I guarantee it, I think about like the Men's Warehouse commercials where it's like, you're going to love the way you look. I guarantee it. And those things are stuck in my head from my childhood. Like, first of all, I remember being 8 or 9 years old, watching TV, being like pretty concerned about my credit score because there were so many commercials for the sales that the local car dealerships were having and what I could potentially get for a lease for well-qualified customers. Like I was like, am I well-qualified? Am I going to be well qualified enough for like an Audi lease for Christmas with one of those giant bows? One, somebody Google how much a car bow is. I need to know how much we're investing in the bow of it all. And two, I absolutely love the idea of just blowing up your family finances by giving somebody a high-end luxury lease car without potentially discussing it with your spouse first. Always my favorite part of the season. Can't wait for Mark to do it, for him to be like, look, I bought us, I really wanted to say a tank, but I kind of feel like I would support the tank. A tank, first of all, I would show it a bunch during my channel, so it would be a write-off. That tank would be a write-off for sure. So my biggest problem, if Mark bought me a tank for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, not Thanksgiving, we don't exchange high-end gifts for Thanksgiving, but I wouldn't be mad if he bought me like, I don't know, flamethrower for Thanksgiving. That'd be cute. But like, if he bought me a tank for Christmas, I'd be like, did you use my business account? Because I definitely need this to be a write-off. I'm going to write it off. And that would be the biggest problem I might have with that. But a tank during the zombie apocalypse feels very solid, like really, really solid. So I'm on board with that. But like, okay, if you bought a boat, pissed. I'd be so mad if you bought a boat. We're not boat people. Like we're not anti-boat people. We don't dislike boats, but we just don't go boating. Probably because we don't have a boat. Why hasn't Mark bought me a boat? Like that's rude, right? That just feels like I'm somehow being punished. Am I being punished? Does he not like me anymore? I should text him and see if he doesn't love me anymore. Just in case. 16 times. I need to set an alarm to text Mark every 20 minutes to see if he still likes me. I think that'll be a good plan. But I don't know. So I just remember that from my childhood, that I was really invested in whether or not I was going to be well qualified for like 0% financing on my Audi lease. I loved that. You're going to love the way you look. I guarantee it. I also remember wishing I was an identical twin so I could be part of the Double Mint gum commercials where they had twins. But I would never let the twins be in a Double Mint gum commercial right now. I also enjoy that the fact that I was being held back from being a commercial actor in my mind was the fact that I didn't have that identical twin. Like that was what was preventing me, not the fact that I lived in a rural part of California that just would never have access to auditions and stuff like that. And not like I was in any way remotely talented as an actor. Although I really, really, really did want to be an actress when I grew up. But I didn't want to take any acting classes or join theater or put any effort into it. I just wanted it to happen one day. Again, in the most rural area ever. Where are these talent scouts coming from that they're like, oh yeah, right here, this is amazing. But what if, you know? So that's what I wanted to do when I grew up. And so I joined the Army because that helps facilitate those goals. I don't know. Those were big ones when I was little. What else was I obsessed with? I remember this time of year going into Christmas, I remember just like really loving all of the kids' commercials for toys and stuff like that and being so wound up for different toys. But because our kids don't watch like cable Saturday morning TV now, like they don't have, I don't know. I feel like they're more so peer pressured gifts, not corporate pressured gifts. Like they want what all their friends think are popular. I feel like they're not being as brainwashed by commercials like we are, but maybe I'm just being crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm being crazy. I feel like my kids wanted a lot when they were really young. They wanted whatever Ryan's Toy Review had. So same kind of influence, but different, I guess. I don't know. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just feeling so nostalgic right now. I've been thinking a lot about my childhood and stuff like that and comparing it to my kids' childhoods and seeing different things. And I remember, what was the puppy surprise. Surprise, surprise, puppy surprise. How many puppies are there inside? I'm so sorry you guys heard me sing, but I was too into it. But remember, you could get 3 or 4 or 5 puppies, and I had a puppy surprise and I got 3, and I was like, scam. This is just an absolute scam. And now you can get them puppy surprises. Also, new day, new outfit, new Beth. But they're really batshit colored. Like, they're all fluorescent pink with purple ears. But when I had a puppy surprise, like, you get like a Labrador. So what is happening there? Somebody tell me that. It's insane. Okay, so I thought I would be wearing my cozies for this. I wanted to wear soft leggings and cozy shirt. And I really regret my choice pretty deeply, to be honest. I think I had done a little bit of tidied as I go TM in the bathroom. I remember going through and cleaning off, like putting back things on my, it's not a shelf, countertop. And I know I emptied my trash at one point, but it definitely does need to be wiped out. Not so much that I felt like going and getting actual cleaners from somewhere else. I'm going to get my stowaway cleaners. And I love that I put them. Okay, so if you guys want to take one thing away from me, it's that it's not a cult. But if you want to take a second thing away from me, it's buy these tiny little packages of Windex and the tiny little Clorox wipes and put them under your bathroom sink. It's amazing. So at that point, I give up. We're going to wear a tank top. It's fine. I just was too constricted, but I didn't want to wear a tank top. I don't know. I was having a hard time finding my exact perfect outfit for you guys, for me to clean for you. All of my bad butt pants are dirty, and that's what happened there. But they're in the wash now. They're in the wash. When I'm done with this voiceover, I'll put them in the dryer. And then bad butt pants city, here I come. Can't wait. It'll be amazing. It'll be so good. Yeah, so that was my walk down memory lane, and then me talking about my new outfits. Pretty solid. If I do say so myself, this is pretty solid. I am getting so fuzzy-headed. I'm really excited to rest after this. I did think I was going to do this edit voiceover and upload for you guys today. It'll be uploaded the same day I'm doing the voiceover, which is Monday. But then I thought, okay, when that's done, I will go out and I will clean my house and get that done for you. And I 0% think that that's going to happen. To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to have that energy in me. But we'll see. Maybe. Who knows? Oh my God, is it really 3:30 p.m.? Yeah, okay, I do know. And the answer is absolutely not. There's no way that's going to happen. But that's okay. It's fine, you guys. None of this actually matters deep down, so we're cool. I am this, again, as everything else in this video, super glad this doesn't take so long. I am really pleased with that. Okay, my tree here, not my tree, it's clearly a plant. It grew a new arm. It has a nice little cute, do you see my baby green, bright green little arm that it's growing out? I'm very proud of it for staying alive and thriving. I don't understand how it thrives so well, though. But yep, everybody say hi, new arm. Ew, could you imagine if we grew new arms and then I made you say hi to them as I grew them? That's pretty disturbing. Okay, so this is kind of dark and I'm going to have to tiptoe around phrasing because there's no way I'll keep monetization if I just go whole hog on this. But of course, I'm true criming in my ear while I'm cleaning. And it was a case of Daniel something. He had been stalking his next door neighbor and she was getting ready to move. They're law students. It was in Georgia. And she's like, guys, I'm studying for the bar. Nobody contact me. Nobody talk to me. And he breaks into her house and gets her. And he had a spare key to her house, her apartment. And for a while leading up to it, she kept telling everybody, like, it feels like somebody's in here. It feels like when I'm not here, somebody comes in and moves my stuff. Like I'd have something in my kitchen, like my mail was in my kitchen and now it's on my dining room table. Like she just kept being like, it feels wrong. And so she bought even more protective stuff. Like she bought a door jamb, but you can only set those when you're inside because you have to jam it. So she door jammed and then went to sleep, and he tried to enter and then like taped his phone on a broom so he could hold it up and look through her window and saw the door jam. Then he went back and Googled, how do you break into an apartment that has a door jam, and found the correct answer, which sucks. And so he goes in, all of that happens. Nobody really checks on her for a few days because she had been very clear about how she was not going to be really in contact. So he has a little bit of time. But the thing is that he kind of almost would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those pesky kids. If it wasn't for the fact that they were found, her friends came over, and before the trash of the apartment building was picked up, they went through it and found a torso. So then they were like, okay, it's not, she didn't wander off. Nothing happened. Like it switched it immediately to a murder. And then, they brought in cadaver dogs immediately. And so anyways, it unraveled, and he has a very famous interview because he just was like unresponsive almost. And it's like what they're like, where did she go? He'd be like, I don't know. And he didn't say it as cute as I did. I can't help it. I'm too cute to be interviewed for murder, to be honest. So anyways, it's wildly covered and stuff like that. But I don't know often if they talk about, he had a few years previously was like, oh, okay, well, if I was to murder a bunch of people, I would go basically catatonic, and I'd have a dead look in my face, and I would be very non-responsive, and maybe for a day, and then something would shake me out of my shock. And I probably wouldn't get charged for murder, but maybe I'd have to go to an insane asylum for a little bit. And then like he started behaving like that for his interview. So that was pre-planned, fun. But so here is what I wanted to talk about that I have to figure out a good way to say it gently. And I texted Millennial Meg and I was like, hey, do you have a minute? And a while later, she's like, yep, I have some now. I was like, I want to ask you a question. She's like, yes. I was like, do you think when people are disassembling other beings, when they get to the top, are they doing it face to face? Oh, it's so dark. And I was like, or do you think they deliberately have the person looking away? Like, what do you think? And she's like, oh my God, I've totally thought of this before. So I don't feel so insane because if nothing else, at least I'm just as bad as Millennial Meg and not the worst person. Like she and I could tie for the worst. But I think about it all of the time. Not all the time, but I think about it more often than a rational, well-balanced human should, I think. Because it's got to be so, because they say that strangling somebody is like really intimate, and that like there are levels, like shooting from far away, not that up close and personable, right? But they say that strangling is an intimate way of doing it. Okay, so by that measure, it's it's got to be so intense. Anyways, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think yes. I do. I think yes. I think there is a lot of face-to-face happening. I don't know. And I maintain that is never really a planned event, but more so oh my God, I didn't think through how hard it would be to move. Let's say I texted her, I was like 130, let's say, to maybe even 200 pounds, depending on, boy, girl, or size or whatever. And that's got to be so hard to move that they're like, I have to break this up into smaller things. Also, I don't know, I saw a crazy stat that like 85% of Americans do not exercise at all. So I don't know where you think you have all this cardiovascular energy and like strength. Are you lifting properly? I bet you're not even thinking about using your legs. I bet a lot of people throw out their back a little bit. I bet they lean over, try to pick it up, have no idea how much they could actually deadlift, which is not very much, I'm sure of it. By the way, at best, I could deadlift over 200 pounds. I just wanted to put that in there so I could brag about something, not exactly related to this. I could deadlift Mark. I wonder if I could deadlift Mark. I wonder if I could try. Do you think he'd let me try? I should ask him the next time I text him if he still loves me. I'll be like, do you still love me? Also, can I try to deadlift you? Not related to hiding your body, babe. Teehee. See, I'm just too cute for this. I can't. There's no way I'd get caught. There's no way, because I definitely don't discuss ridiculous crap on the internet. I would go to jail so fast. So fast. If they checked my phone, the amount of times I threaten to kill everybody all of the time. Like, if Millennial Meg bothers, she deigns not to answer the phone, yeah, threats. Immediately threats. If she says something I don't really like, threats. It's fun. It's fun. I'm just a girl. So yeah, anyways, I feel like everybody should start exercising, because you never know when you're going to need that strength and endurance. So do squats, guys. Get those deadlifts going. Practice good lifting techniques. Maybe go for a jog, for F's sake. You never know. Plus, when the zombies come, you're going to want to be fit anyways, and I think that's important. So I'm throwing away tissues for the 1 billionth time, but I am going to leave that toilet paper roll on my nightstand. Actually, currently right now it's next to my computer sitting here with us, but I'm going to blow my nose 7,100,000 other times. So why try to be cute and leave it out? I did buy packages of Kleenexes, and they lasted 18 hours max in this home. We just went through them so aggressively that I'm back. I can't be fancy. We're not doing fancy stuff. We are just toilet papering, blowing our nose. That's just how life is. That's what we're going to do. So I finished doing my laundry the night before, and I made the bed, and I cannot believe I also put the duvet back on the cover before I went to sleep. That was insane. I think I was just being spiteful, and like, if I do this and my husband's not helping me and he'll know and I'm mad at him, I don't know why. I just used spite as my driving force, which is what I use for everything. No, I didn't even ask him if he could help me. He had no idea I was even making the bed, but I decided to take it personally that he didn't know what I was doing, and I decided to use spite. It worked really well. I got the sheets on, got the duvet on, so 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Pick a fight with your husband in your brain and spite make the bed. It's perfect. So yes, and then I feel like once the bed is made, I know this is not revolutionary, but once the bed is made, it's just so much better. And I had that bed making streak that went for weeks. That was incredible. I'm going to try to do it again, because it genuinely did help me keep everything clean. I wandered off. I did not know Blackberry went under my bed. And then I think Sweet Potato goes in and I don't see it, because I definitely see her flee in a little while. I went looking for a second pillow to fill another pillowcase like that, and I couldn't. Maybe I'll go purchase one. I don't know. But I don't like having the one yellow, orange, mustard pillow. I need 2 mustard pillows. But I also didn't have anywhere to put it, so it just gets to go back up with all the other pillows, and I'll just be annoyed about it, and that's fine. What I want is 2, and then I want it to go behind the green pillow. Although I don't hate it right now. So I'm finally going to do another load of laundry, and we're going to do darks, it looks like. Look at how much laundry. It just went freaking everywhere because my laundry room was so yuck. There was no way I was really going to go tackle laundry too much. And that's what happened. Like the laundry room goes and then everything else follows. It's crazy how much that works. But maybe I'll fold laundry after this. Okay, maybe I will go fold laundry after this because my living room is turning into an issue. So I had that seat cushion pillow thing. Did you see it? I had that. It usually is in Calvin's room. But one of the nights when my kids was sick, they wanted to sleep in bed with us and I wanted them to be propped up a little bit. So we tried using it. It was not very successful. So it just stayed in my room. But that's why it was there, in case you're curious. I didn't complete a round of laundry. I just started it and then decided to gather a next load. And those turns out to be like very light lights or whites. And I didn't have enough on my floor, which is crazy. So I had to get some out of the laundry room. Okay, finally, I knew I was going to do this. And I'm really grateful that I did. But I finally need to unpack this effing suitcase and actually put it up. It's mostly unpacked. It's got some trash, a few things that need to go into the bathroom, my hair straightener and stuff like that. Like it wasn't crazy how much was in there, but I just been tripping over it. It's been so cumbersome right there. It's so hard to get to my chair with everything that was piled. So very happy that I got that done. That was a big thing that had been weighing on me because every time I looked at it, I would be like, why are you so crappy that your suitcase is still there? And not only did I take it out of my room, it is all the way back upstairs in the attic, which is thrilling. So, all right. I do just lob a bunch of stuff in my closets. Upcoming this November or December, I'm not sure when it's going to be shown for you guys, but I will be doing a video, which is every closet in my house, to include the mystery closet that I never open. You guys have never seen the inside of. That will be one of the closets that I do, but I will be cleaning and organizing every single closet inside my house. That means my kids' closet, Mark and I's closet, the upstairs closet, closet pillow of doom, and mystery closet. Very excited for that. Pantry is not a closet. Don't ask me to do my pantry. How dare you? Those are clearly two separate things. And now I'm mad at you for bringing that up. So that is one of my plans that I'm doing. I have so much content that I want to get out for you guys that I will be doing more than you expect. My upload dates will be shift a little bit just for the November, December season. We all know why. If you don't know why, it's because it's the most lucrative time of the year as YouTubers. So I would like to get my good content out. That's why. So I'm going to be doing that. I have to clean my kids' rooms. They kind of have helped me clean, but there's definitely a deep clean situation that needs to be done. Finally getting to all of my delayed tasks where it's like the reupholstering of my dining set and restuffing of my couch cushion. Cleaning the green off of the outside of my windows needs to get done. What was another one? Oh, trying those. I'm going to practice those appetizers for you guys. And oh my gosh, I don't want to say, well, Mark never watched my channel, so that doesn't freaking matter. You guys, I'm going to try. I'm a terrible cook. So why not try something extremely difficult for Christmas dinner and make a beef Wellington? Like, why not do something super advanced and annoying and then ruin Christmas dinner? But I could. That would be fun. So I might. I think that would be incredibly fun. I've got to. Okay, so here's what it is. The more I watch cooking shows, the more hubris and just insane like confidence that I get. Like not just, yes, I have that baseline, but towards cooking skills where all of a sudden I'm like, what if I made duck confit? I don't even know where to get duck. And confit, I think, just means cooked in fat, so I could do that. But what if I'm like, I'm sure I could make a duck confit. Yeah, that sounds fine. I'm sure I could make a beef Wellington. That doesn't seem hard. It does seem hard. And Mark doesn't like mushrooms that much. Wait, I have to rethink this. He really doesn't like mushrooms. Okay, so frick. I still want to try it. I've never eaten one. My cousin apparently makes a really good beef Wellington, but he lives in Colorado. So that's not happening for me. Poop. Okay, well, that's off. F. Maybe I should make a beef Wellington and then invite friends over to eat, and Mark can have oven pizza with the kids. That would be funny too. That's also a very funny option. Love that for me, but not for Christmas because I don't want to ruin Mark's life for Christmas. I just want to make his life harder all the time, but also prettier and cuter. So, look at how close we are to done. I am so excited. This took way less time than I thought. I know I've said that 20 times, but honestly, it did. I can't wait to go to bed tonight, but because I'm tired, but also in my nice clean room. Also, spoiler, sorry, it does end with a clean room. Very excited. I don't know. Okay, so frick. Oh, I'm so mad that I remembered Mark doesn't like mushrooms. Okay, so then what can I make? What's an insane thing? I don't do turkey twice. So we do turkey Thanksgiving. So we tend to do like a prime rib. But what I like to do is buy the Costco's pre-seasoned prime rib. But the downside of that is I don't have a Costco within 2 hours, and I'm also not a member of it. I don't know that I like it enough to drive 2 friggin' hours to Costco to get one. Really rethinking that. I don't know. Do I know somebody with a Costco membership that would let me? No, not somebody who would go with me that far. That's insane. So that's typically what we do. And yeah, I'm just going to have Mark cook that because I don't want to ruin the experience. So maybe I will figure out ways to make cute sides for Christmas. Maybe I'll make a beef Wellington anyways, just to see. I would use store-bought puff pastry because Jamie Oliver said I could, and that's nice. Yep. Okay, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so I have a crazy amount of ideas for cooking that I'd like to do. This one dish, it has chicken thighs. I already discussed that, but it's like a chicken thigh bake in the dish. It makes its own sauce thing. And I really enjoy those sorts of dishes. The ones that like, yeah, you add a ton of olive oil and fat and stuff like that, but you eat it afterwards because it becomes its own sauce. Love those. Can't wait for it. I'm going to make it this week. Should be really good. But it's chicken thighs. Part of my plan is like, what if I do like 4 chicken thighs in the pan, but wait, privately brown some chicken breasts, and then towards the end, because you don't want the chicken breast to dry out too much, towards the end, stick some of the chicken breast in there in case I absolutely can't stand the thigh meat. There's still chicken meat that I can try, right? Maybe I should make it the way it's intended before I start going all crazy pants and making it different. Okay, I don't know. But I can't wait. That'll be this week. Look forward to that. And then I'll have a clean house. Look forward to that. And then some other little chorey things. And soon, before you freaking know it, we're decorating for Christmas, guys. All right, look, all of that crap is out. Now we really only need to do floors. And look at Leroy. Do you guys see him? He is so part of this, and I love that for us. But pretty soon, you'll see Sweet Potato go sprinting out of my room. Oh, the closet. The closet video, I bet you that video is like a 4-hour long marathon. My personal closet is so effing bad. It's so bad. I do try, hold on. See, I remember when things are going to happen and then I start explaining it to you too early. But if you look here, I'm trying to use the vacuum on the carpet and it just sucks it up too much that the vacuum shuts off. So that's not going to work. We need a broom. But to be honest, there's not that much on this rug. It wasn't too dirty, full of dog hair. Pretty good. Oh, another thing I want to do, I want to wait until Mark's out of town to get in over my head on a project. but I think I'm going to get some copper tiles, like not heavy tiles, but thin, like thin little copper tiles. Pretty soon Sweet Potato comes sprinting out. I don't remember when though, but she gets really pissed that I vacuum, or she already did. I don't remember. But I want to put copper tiles on my ceiling and make my ceiling copper. And then I will give up immediately. And when Mark gets home, he can do it because I will be 1/10 of the way through. And also he will have to switch out the ceiling fan because electricity is scary and that is not for me. But I look forward to that. He doesn't know it's coming. That's what makes it fun, you guys. This is what I mean by make his life significantly harder for marriage. I can't wait. Remember when I did my room? I was going to do it when he was out of town. I painted, and then I got part of the way through doing the furniture. Then I cried, and then I made him come home, and he had to hang all of the pictures in the room. Another fun fact, I intended on having my desk kind of in the corner by my bed, which is why my bed is offset. But now, a year later, I actually hate it. And we hung the pictures based off of where the bed is. So now we're going to have to pull the pictures off of this wall. And then I'm happy to pull them off. I'm happy to patch. I'm happy to touch up the paints. But then Mark has to rehang everything so it's centered right. And he said, no, thank you. But I think yes. And so we shall. And that is super fun. All right, getting the mopping done. I was like, I do like this angle. That way I can mop away and you guys aren't staring at my butt when I mop. And I get it going. And then I realize that if I mop you over there and then I'm stuck and I have to wait until the floor dries off before I get you. So nope, we're going back to butt shots. That's fine. It is the lucrative season, so you're welcome, everyone. But yeah, I have to stop mopping you guys into corners and instead mop you out of the rooms with me, and that is what we have to do. But this one's done, and then guess what? Oh, I think guess what is I remember that I want to grab my computer out of here so that while the floor is drying, I can upload the videos to edit. But I forgot that I still had the end shot that I needed to do with the floor dry anyways. So all of that was for nothing. You're welcome. But look, we're almost done. And I know everybody's going to ask, it is, you guys, I'm using a basic Bona mop and I am using the bulk cleaner from Sam's Club. Yes, it does make my floors very shiny. I love that for me. Don't forget to dilute your Sam's Club cleaner. But we are just about done. And I love that so much. And yes, it is very minimal effort mopping, but you know what? I'm sick. Leave me alone, buttholes. And here we go. Final result. Look at how much better this is. Also, by the way, I do think I'm going to trick the twins into moving upstairs, and I'm going to move the giant litter box upstairs with them, but that's still a little bit of negotiating tactics. So don't anticipate that anytime soon. But also look at how pretty my room is. It is so like dark and cozy and sensual, and I love it so much. And I just feel like the white ceiling is stupid and I want to change it. And then going into my nice clean bathroom. Anyways, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I can't wait to see what we get up to in the next video. And I absolutely love you so much. Remember, it's not a cult. Bye.